Hi everybody, I am Kimmie Rose and welcome to this week's Vibe and Mantra for September the 9th through the 15th, 2018 AD. Yeah, what are you looking at right now? You're looking at me, but this is my portrait in this moment. As you look at it and you see the colors, I'm going to flip it. Is there anything that comes to you that's different between the colors? I'll do it one more time, but I'm going to do it this way. Skip might be able to see things differently because we're doing what portrait? I forget, landscape portrait, is that what it goes? One more time. Any difference? I'll talk about it a little bit more and what these colors might mean to you, or how they probably really don't need to mean anything. But I got real excited as I'm going through and feeling the energies, and then I look at the astrology a little bit to give you your weekly vibe. I like to tune in to how I can best teach you. So one of the things I wanted to share with you is a tool that will help you to get through this week and get through the rest of the year. This is something that actually my son and his girlfriend gave me. I can put, I put a little Mother Mary holding it, but it's where you put your, it says thanks and wishes. So you put your wishes in it, and you can also put the things that you have thanks for. There's a little hole, and I keep it out, and I do. You can see it's full of things. So these are things in my life I give thanks for, and these are things that I ask for in my life too. And I feel like it's really important that, or if you wish, you can look at the stars, whatever you want to do. It's really important to have something in your life that you can do so that you know, like sometimes we feel like we're not being heard. It's a way of connecting with those wishes. If it's buying a lottery ticket, whatever, but to keep your dreams going. And that's what this week is about, because Saturn is doing some amazing things. This week's Vibe and Mantra is an interesting one, and it's all connected to the planet Saturn. Saturn is now direct, and you're going to be feeling some shifts in your life, and it's going to be feeling like you're getting some hard hits of heartache, and the story of your life, you may focus on how it might not have worked exactly the way you wanted it to. And it's important to know that you got through things, and it must have worked out okay because you're here in the now despite all the challenges that you've been through. Also, you can still see the good times, right? You can think of your life now, if you can, think about it as a journey. And everyone that you meet along the way as playing these key parts in that journey. And if you've been one that likes to control that journey and people, it's not going to happen anymore. With the aspects that we've had going on, it's not possible. Because the energy of this week showers self-responsibility, self-awareness, and a strong pull for us to really listen to what we're feeling. So, if someone is frustrating you and fighting you about what you want them to do, even if you feel it's right for them, for you, for situations around, let it go. It's going to be hard, but let it go. Remember, if you want to do something, it's your journey, not theirs. The key to this week is to know that everything you've always experienced, always needed, has and is perfect, It's within you. And all you have to do is what Yoda said in Star Wars. This is for you, Steve Marshall. Try not. Do or do not. There is no try. And only Steve, maybe I'll get a voice from him, and he can say it that way. Others may have helped you along the way, but ultimately, don't trick yourself. You've had everything you've ever needed in you all along. So the things that you've held, all those things that you've held deep, close to you and onto, whether it be I can't do this until someone helps me, or I can't do this without a 5-hour energy drink, or a coffee, or 5 cups of coffee, or I'm nothing without every relationship in harmony. Let it go. You came here on your own, and you go out on your own. You are and were meant to find your purpose on your own. All of the connections around you, every relationship, every experience have only enhanced your life and your journey. It's written your story. And if they were negative, and you're the type of person, which I can tell you, I'm like this, that blames yourself, stop blaming and let things go. It's hard. Trust the process you are in and stop distracting yourself. Sometimes in life we avoid our work, we avoid making decisions, we avoid going forward because we feel that we can't do things until things are just right. Perfect, everything's in alignment, everybody gets along. Listen, I've been searching for heaven on earth, and the truth is, this just came to me, that the place I find it is within my core. And that is when I can find the silence inside of myself when I go in. Thanks, Reverend T, for giving me that. I can also find it by listening to the laughter inside. And this week, something that came to me was as I saw somebody who always is grounded and was going through some stress, I thought, wow, responsibility is getting in the way. And the thing is, responsibility doesn't really get in the way. It's just part of life. And hopefully, as I'm speaking, I can put this into the collective, because I talk about the collective, that the more we come together and the more we work together and the more we communicate, the more we can divvy up the responsibilities, because you will find that certain people don't mind doing things, and you do other things, and then, even if we can simplify, if you have a lot of space, like that's one thing we're doing here together, is we're all living and working together, and hey, you know what, there are a lot of ups and downs, and one of the things I really hope to do is to be able to show you the reality of how those things work out, and that we have a meeting and actually talk and share. And how we can work those things out. Because, I've had a habit of, I put a lot on my shoulders, but it's my problem, okay? Because that's what I do, and that's what I'm saying. I have to have some time for laughter. I have to have some time for fun. If I don't have it, it's just, I get frustrated, I get confused, I start, how you do that, and then you start blaming, well, look at you, you're doing something I want to do, and then we're looking at people, and those people don't know, because if you're doing it, how do they know that you need help? And I'm going to, one more time, give Skip a big thanks of gratitude, because, I said to him, I said, I really need some help, and he understood, but I was so afraid by asking for that it would take away his opportunity to learn and create. Yet when I prayed about it, I thought, I got that message. He knows how to balance things. He's the master of it. So just trust. So if you're in a place and you decide, hey, everybody come together, split things up. So one person's not carrying all the weight on their shoulders, whether it be financially. Maybe it's like one person likes to cook, one person doesn't mind cleaning, one person doesn't mind doing the laundry. You know, share things in your life, and the same thing goes for work. Because this week is really about really getting in touch with your journey and your purpose. I said last week that a lot of you were going to be getting these hits, and you're gonna like feel like, okay, my life is going really good. Yeah, I have everything I want. I'm taking care of things. But then you are got all there is to it. The truth is, if you're not having a little bit of fun in it, you're not having the time to sit out and maybe look at the stars or do something you enjoy, or maybe you have lots of time to do those things, and then there's somebody around you who you can see is like really, really needing help. Maybe they need so much more help than you could ever know. Pay attention. Ask, talk, communicate. But if you're not doing it inside and you don't have time to close your eyes and meditate, or sit out, walk your dog, do something that makes you happy, you're going to get tangled up. And to experience this amazing energy of the planet Saturn and what Saturn brings to you is powerful. Saturn brings to you the ability to connect and to integrate into your life the ability to live heaven on earth. It truly does. So this is a gift being given to you. 29 years, it's a 29-year cycle that we've been through. So that 29-year cycle is something that we have not had in a long time. So if you can go back, you know, usually between the age of 29 and 32, 28, 32, you start re-evaluating your life. So what I did, I wanted to explain this to you, is I showed you in the very beginning, I showed you the white and the black. Some of you connect with white better. Some of you feel more comfortable with the dark. That doesn't mean the dark, that you're dark. What it means is it's just simply a choice. Which one, this is your frame of where you are in this moment. What you want to do is you want to create the things that you want in this moment. So what I did was I actually wrote some things down. I wrote some things down because last week I paid attention to what I needed. So these are things that came into my mind. And what I did was I made a frame, and I like white. And so I made 2 frames. These are like $2.99, real inexpensive at Michael's. You can do vision boards, they're great too. But the frame I did, and this is for me, this is the things I want to do in my life. This is my bucket list of accomplishments I'd like to do career-wise and personally. And the day that I pass away, I hope that these are the things people will see about me. So I wrote down, and I'll turn it around in a minute, I wrote Kimmie Rose, and I wrote inspiration, to inspire, create. In order to do that, I have to learn to continue to go within, meaning close my eyes and listen. To be awake, to forgive. I would love to be forgiven. To feel lighter, to teach, to embrace things, to connect, use my intuition, and my actual I am. And you all have an I am. When you get to know who you are, I wrote I am communication, love, freedom, play, feeling free, feeling responsible. I am radio, TV, and teaching. Those are the things those are my goals. Those are the things that I'm working on in this phase of my life. So, take a snapshot. It's really neat. Take a snapshot of this and then put it up somewhere where you can see it. Take a picture of yourself. then what I did was Kimmie Rose. On the other side, these are the things that I want to create, especially with the people around me, okay? That I know I need these things in order to make these things happen. I wrote Kimmie Rose. Family, career. Family is bigger. Career is smaller, but career's always been bigger. And I just know family's so important to me, especially my kids, because they're going to be gone soon. I'll have lots of time for the career. Friends, and I wrote career right next to friends. So for me, my friendships and career are going to go hand in hand. I just started drawing this, and it's funny because when you start writing things, then you actually get an intuitive message. Look at that. I just wrote it, and then as I'm looking at it now, I'm going, career and friends. Well, gosh, that means my friends are going to be in my career. And then I drew over here a butterfly. So some of those people, because I look at butterflies, are people that have passed away. So Grandma's with me on my journey. I know she is. She's helping me a lot in my career. And then my intention is, I trust that I can honor the needs that I have to be happier. So I know that in order to accomplish these things, that I have to trust that I can honor them. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to go down and hunt people down or go out and find somebody who can give you those things. You know, I've heard a lot of people, they're like, I'm going to go out and meet somebody who's really rich and then I can do all these things. No, that's not what you have to do. Truly in the prism of light, when I talk about prism of light, it will draw to you. If you really, really take time to clear, you will draw to yourself people that have these same dreams, have these same aspirations, and you will draw support in your family. And the people that don't support you, you're going to have to let them go. But don't blame them. Because you know what? Their dreams could be very different than yours. And perhaps they were just there for a little while so that you could really figure out who you want to be and what you want to do. So trust. So this is my vision frame, I guess, right? Skip, a vision frame. I think this is really important. Really important. And if you want it to be in black, grab some chalk, right? And write on it whatever you want to do. So, just to continue on. Okay, so in order to do that exercise, remember what you're going to do is you're going to get some markers, or you can use, like, it's easier to see with markers, but these are vibration. Each one of these colors have a vibration. So as you're writing down these things that you feel, you know, like for me, like I, you know, have different colors, they stand out. And actually, if you see this one, like Kimmie Rose Inspiration, that color represents more of spiritual, the blue color. The bold red means this is what I have to do. It's like, stop, pay attention, do this. So you're going to get, you can go to Michael's, you can go to Joann Fabrics, you can get these frames. They're very simple. I would love to see somebody that makes these where you can, like wash them and then you don't have to use paper, you know, because you're going to go through these. You know, you can do a lot of these, but it'd be nice to get some that wipe off. That's what I was thinking, and I was asking, and they didn't have them. So here it goes. You're going to get those, do that exercise. Remember, this week, remember you are clear, crystal clear. You have your own light. You have your own experience. You came here, and you are exactly who you need to be. Every experience you ever made and every choice you've made, even if it feels bad right now. And trust me, you can ask the people around me. I like hid out for a while because I went through some major PTSD and I was like, you know what, I can't talk to anybody because we like have this thought in our mind that if we're a teacher, then we have to be perfect. Often the most beauty is in the imperfection. That's how we find, really, the deeper parts of our own happiness. And I'm going to speak this because there's someone very special to me who's a family member who's been through so much. And I got to talk to him I got to talk to him a few weeks ago, and he's in jail. He's been through a lot, and he helped me the most. So if you have been in trouble, you are not trouble. If you've been told that you're stupid, you've been told this, you've been told that, none of it's true. None of it. You are as clear and you are as one as anyone else. So if you're you're watching this, because I know you can watch this stuff. You're sitting in jail right now. I want you to ask yourself, all the things that you did in the past, maybe they were part of a story, like nurse school. You were going through nurse school, and you were experiencing these things, whether it be addiction. I'm sure some of the things you've done, those things have happened out of something inside. A need that wasn't being fulfilled, or whatever it is, some type of pain. Let it go. You have the ability to help people who are going through those troubles. The reason for that is because if you can take everything you've learned about what created those things, people who are really mixed up and making wrong choices, they're going to listen to you. The people that listen to you the most are the ones who know that you've been through it. And so I hope that you'll take time to really hear me. Forgive yourself. Start over. Take the education you got when you were making all those choices. And walk out with a clear slate, a big heart. And talk to someone and say, you know what? I want to help others. I want to tell my story. And instead of going through life feeling like I could never get a job, there's nothing I could ever do. Maybe you went through those things because that is the job you're supposed to do. Because you know and connect with people who are going through those same things. Same goes for anyone. Remember, you hold vibration and experience. And those experiences, they're not negative. They were given to you for a reason. Just like one of the things I've been through is, being my inner child, like having something happen. I'm able to connect with people better because I can see their child. So that's what I want to ask you to do. So that's one way you can also look at it. So Saturn is saying, look at your map, look at your experiences, and know that as soon as you trust and stop living in the past, Saturn is going to be your biggest helper to move you forward into not getting side-railed anymore and distracted from your purpose. And we're going to start the mantra now. Okay, we're going to start out with a mantra, and we're going to just ring the Kambalas. Center. This week's mantra: I trust that even in darkness, I know my way. Getting stuck isn't possible. Sometimes I'm just pausing to see in my life that my light is still there. And a shadow cast is there to help me to find the switch to my own flashlight and to continue to light my way through my life. So often, the shadow that is cast that feels like darkness in your life, it's only there so that you can go within and really see that light within. No one else can do it but you. As Jesus said, I am the light, I am the truth, I am the way. The Father is in me and I am in you. He was just simply saying we're all one. That's where Light the Way came from. And adding to that, light the way prisms of light. Let your light shine, and the exact out of the prism comes a beautiful rainbow. And the right people will show up in your life, not to weigh you down, but to work with you in divine purpose. Have a really blessed week. And I'm going to have Skip actually maybe put the mantra up so you can actually write it down, because I actually wrote that one. And I wrote it because I really feel that we all have our own inner flashlight. It's like the Hermit card in the tarot. You just need to not be afraid of the shadows. Out of darkness comes light, and out of light comes darkness. Namaste. Peace. Talk to you next week.